Alrighty. Hello guys. How's it going? So, this is not gonna be a professional stream, by no means. Neither it will be a professional recording or a professional tutorial. Nothing like that. The point is to try out game. Okay, my sound broke. Nice. My music, I mean. Yeah, so the point is to try out the game maker, see how it goes, and just go with the flow. So sit back, relax, get yourself a cup of coffee, and let's go. So I'm gonna be following a guide, which game maker kindly provided. And here it is. So, the game is gonna be Space Rocks. I have no idea what to expect. I've never been in Game Maker before now. Yeah, so that's the drill. Let's go. So, first I'll need to open the Game Maker, click a new button. Sorry, there's some shit on my mouse. Okay, click a new button for this game. Let's use Space Rocks template. This gives you all the images. Just tutorial, enter project name and hit let's go. You're now in your project. Okay, let's go. Whoa, I'm in the project. So, the asset browser on the right contains all of your assets. You'll now see 4 sprites, which are images you can use in your game. So these are the asset browser. Okay, great. I've got sprites here. Okay. So continuing. There's Spr player, the ship you'll fly, Spr bullet, which you'll fire from your ship, and 2 rocks, which you'll destroy. Okay, let's put it on. So, Spr player. Okay, that's just an arrow. Cool. Spr bullet. Bullets is just a... I'm not even sure what it is. Can I zoom it in? Bullet is something. Okay, cool. And 2 rocks which you'll destroy. So a big rock. Okay, that looks like a big rock to me. Sure. And a small rock. That looks a bit smaller than a big one, so yeah, I'll take it. How to use the asset browser. In the same asset browser, we want to create some objects. An object is how you bring an image to life by programming it to move, shoot, or do anything you need to. Your ship, rocks, or even the bullets you fire are created as objects. We'll put these in the objects group in the asset browser, which is currently empty. Okay, so I'll be taking the objects. Here, the object. Oh, it's empty, okay. I'll need to create, cool, and object. And I need to change its name to object player. Object player. Okay. So we're here. Press F2 to rename your slider's object, or right click and rename. Okay. Your new object has an editor. Here you change its properties and program it, which we'll do very soon. Every object needs a sprite, otherwise how would you see it? Click where it says no sprites, and from under the sprites group select Spr player. Okay, let's do it. No sprites. Spr player. Cool. Now, we need some more objects now. Just like you created the object player, create 3 more. Object bullet, object rock and object game. Okay, let's do that. So create an object. This is gonna be object bullet, and it's gonna take a sprite of a, you wanna guess it? A bullet. Then we've got an object rock, and it's gonna take a sprite of a big rock. Okay, and I also need an object game. Press F2 this time. Object game. Okay, that's everything. These are all the objects you need. Let's now place these inside level. How to make a level in Game Maker. Each level in Game Maker is a room asset. Look in the asset browser. There is one already there for you. So I go into rooms and room 1. Double click on it. The room editor will open where you'll build your level. Okay. Oh, so that's the room. I don't think there's anything here. Yeah, just a grid. So, double click on it, the room editor will open where you'll build your level. Before doing anything, I want to resize the room to make it 1000 by 1000 square. How do I do that? Let's see. Edit. New. How to resize the room in Game Maker. Look at the lower left corner of the window, you'll see an inspector window. Lower left corner. Inspector, here it is. It's more like lower upper left, but sure. Here set the width and the height of the room to 1000. You can use a different size. I'm not gonna do it because I have no idea what's what. So room settings, right? Yes. And it's gonna be 1000 and 1000. So it's a square now. Cool. If you don't see these options, go into S browser, click on room 1. Yeah. Look at the left panel of the room editor. There are 2 layers created by default: instances and background. Instances. This is an instance layer, so it's this. Your objects go here just like cereal goes into a bowl. Background. This is a background layer. Change your background color or apply an image. Okay. Then I need to click on the instances to select it. This is where your objects will go. From the asset browser, drag object layer and place it in the room. Object layer. Okay, it's in the room. Your player ship is now in the room. Is in the room now, as an instance. You can place multiple instances of any object in the room. Do this with rocks. Drag object rock into the room multiple times until you have around 6 instances. Okay, let's go. Object rock. Can I duplicate it? I cannot duplicate it. Can I copy paste? Okay, I can copy paste. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Can I zoom out? Oh yeah, I can zoom out. I'm gonna move them to have some nice spread. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I want 7. There we go. The stage is set for the play. We just need to teach the actors their roles. How to move the ship. If you're on the game right now, press F5 or the play button on the top. Your game will open, but it will be as still as a frozen lake at night. That's what I'm gonna do. F5. sure why my Opera launched. Oh, that's my game. That's why Opera launched. That's cool. Drives like an OG on Opera G and X. Okay, so resume. There's our game. Selecting the tree, then you can hold Alt plus drag to add multiples. Oh, let me try that. Oh, thank you. Upper right, you can change to VM, so upper right. Platform. And it's just Windows. You have no license. Okay. Platform test maybe. Let's try some test. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. That's useful. And then you said hold Alt plus drag it multiple times. So 1. Oh, cool. Thank you. That's neat. Alright, let's continue. How to move the ship. If you're on your game, blah blah blah, your objects are then in your room, but nothing is programmed to move anything. Let's work on that. How to use events in Game Maker. On pressing the up arrow key, we want to push the player ship forward. In your browser, double click on the object player. Okay, let's double click it. There it is. Look at its object editor, specifically the events window. Okay. Click on add events and select step. So add events, step. You might be asked to choose between GML code and GML Visual. Choose GML code if you don't program before, or GML Visual if you're new. This tutorial will cover both options, so you can choose whichever option you prefer. I guess I'll try GML Visual for this time, and because I've seen there are some other projects which use GML code, and so I'll have plenty of time to try GML code. So I need to click on step, don't ask again for this project, and I pick GML Visual. A lot more confusing. I'm gonna try both. Yeah, like this project should be like 15 minutes, so I'll have plenty of time to try GML code afterwards. I just want to see how it looks. I'm quite used to Unreal Engine blueprint stuff, so I don't think it can scare me that much, really. But yeah, I guess that's fine. It's gonna be a tiny project either way. Sorry, my music finished. I had a website which had a lot of non-DRM music. But I think I lost it somewhere. The playlist generator. Describe your video scene programming? Yeah, sure. Sign up to continue. About this website. Electronic?
Next up on the cover, we got a new project. Your friends like Colombo, you be the judge like Rondo. Never stop on the cover, we got a new project.
Yeah, that's right. Get quieter though. Hopefully it can switch tracks. So, right. What is this step event? After making your choice above, you'll see a window for the step event open up. Okay, here it is. An object has many events. Each event has its own unique time when it runs. For example, you brush your teeth in the morning, then you breathe pretty much all day, every second. Cool. If you were a game maker object, you would brush your teeth in the create event and then breathe in the step event. Okay, that's because the create event, I better show it to you because it may be confusing to hear. That's because the create event is in the first event to run for an instance, and it only runs once. The step event then runs all the time in every single frame while the instance exists. So it's like this part is saying what to do as soon as an object is created. Okay, it's easy. We're going to program the step event to move the ship as it's continuous thing that must happen akin to breathing. How to program an event. Soon I'll show you some things to add into step events. The way you add them differs in GML code and GML Visual. If you're using GML Visual, search for relevant actions in the toolbox and drag them onto an event area. Okay, if you're using GML code, simply write your code into the events window. Okay, in GML Visual, the second action is attached to the first action. So I need a variable. And I put a variable here. Okay. And I name it no, it should be something different here. Okay, I'm a bit lost. If variable, if expression, else instances, sequence, if key down. That's what I wanted. Okay, music is not working. That's bad news. Something else. Okay, I think I found the website which I was using before. I want some electronic. And just play it, please. It's playing. Cool. And I can make it a quarter. That's even better. Okay, so let's continue. Now I know how to program. It's my first time using GameMaker. So add the following code actions. If key down, add motion. Okay. How do I move it? I need the motion. This thing. Cool. And it needs to be connected somehow. How do I connect it? Oh, do I need to place it in? Okay, I did it. Key up. I need to rename this to up. Key up. Here it is. So in GML Visual, the second action is attached to the first action. The second action will only run if the first action's condition is true. Okay. To attach, add motion to if key down, drop it onto the right edge of the conditional action as shown above. You can only attach actions to green conditional actions. So we are adding motion in direction. What direction is that? That direction is the image angle of the instance. which is where the ship is facing. The amount of motion we're adding is 0.1. You can change this to make your ship faster or slower. Direction, speed. I guess it's 0.1 here. Let's try it. No. No. Let's try again. I wonder if I need to compile it before. Compile error. Okay, whatever. Alright, thank you. That's gonna be handy. You can change this to make your ship faster or slower. I'm kind of confused. How do I change? Where do I change it? Direction 0, open 1. What about this? Will it run? Yay! It runs. Thank you. That was a useful hint. And my ship is gone. Oh, that was the confusing part. It didn't tell me that I need to input the direction and the speed. Okay. So let's continue. The ship is alive, it moves to the right, as that's the default angle of an instance. It's not turning though. How to rotate an instance? To move the ship, we're adding a motion towards the image angle. This variable stores the angle of the instance's rotation. To rotate the instance, you simply need to change this variable. If key down, VK left, image angle 4. VK right, image angle -4. Okay, let's try it. So key down. I'll need no. How do I drop it just here? Like that? Yeah, okay. Then I add motion here, no, here, and then I add another one, like that. Can I just alt move it? No, I can't alt move it here. Okay, let's add it here. So this is gonna be VK left. This is gonna be VK right. Direction is gonna... Yeah, it's not gonna be add motion. No. Yes. It's gonna be assign variable. Okay. And name is gonna be image angle. And this one is gonna be here. Value is gonna be 4 relative. And it's -4 relative as well. Okay, I can see that using code it's a bit cleaner. Yeah, I guess I agree with you. But try now. So, the logic here is simple. If the left arrow key is held, subtract 4 from the image angle. If the right, add 4. Okay, run the game, and you can now move and turn. Let's try it. Or W, okay, let's do it. Or the... W. Gonna make it exactly as you said. Or the what is it, left? A, and this one is gonna be or D. Okay, let's try it. Woo! What? Didn't work as I wanted it to. Let's see what I did incorrect. Let's actually try again first. Yeah, it just speeds up the same direction. Why is it doing so? Checking if I did everything correctly. Image angle. That's what I did incorrect. Yay, it's working! Woo, you confused me there. I used the 0 instead of image angle. I can fly now! Woo! That was quick. Okay, let's continue. And this track is not the nicest one. Let's see what next there is. Okay, hopefully this one is better. So, how to rotate, that's done. This is great, but there is a small problem. If your ship goes out of the room, it's lost forever. To solve this, we'll make the ship wrap around the room. If it leaves through the top, it comes back through the bottom. How to wrap an instance in Game Maker. In the same step event, add this. Wrap around room. Okay, let's do it. Oh, this track is nice. It reminds me of Dinka. So wrap around room, margin 0, horizontal, vertical. Make sure to add it outside of any conditions. This tells the ship to wrap around the room when it's outside. Both horizontal and vertical wrapping are enabled. And the wrap margin is set to 0. The wrap margin controls how far outside the room the instance has to go before it wraps. We're not using it for now, but it will come in handy later. And the ship movement is done. You can now move, turn, and wrap around the room. Cool, that's one step off our checklist. To the rocks, we're coming. Let's try it. To see if it's working. Woo! It's working! Oh, I just realized there's an infinite speed to it. There is no real limit to how fast the ship can go. I want to make it disappear from the game window. I guess it's gonna take a while. Let's try to speed it up to the right. Yeah, it's disappearing. Oh, now it's going back. Now it's going back. Oh, you can make it stop. Hold on, hold on. It almost stopped. Camera magic. Okay, that was fun. So, how to shoot in Game Maker. Earlier we created an object called Object Bullet. To shoot, we'll create a new instance of this object at the ship's location. The bullet will move at a fast pace in the same direction as the ship itself. When the bullet is outside the room, we'll destroy it. To prevent the memory leak, that will happen if all the... Oh, this prevents a memory leak. That will happen if all the bullets you shot continue to exist forever. How to create an instance. In the step event of Object Player, add this. If mouse pressed, create an instance, okay? If mouse pressed. This one. No. Why is it doing like these arrows? It confuses me. I don't think it needs to be there. Whatever. Then I create an instance. Create an instance. And this is gonna be object bullet. X0 relative layer instances. Target them. Okay. This checks if the left mouse button is pressed. This is different from checking if it's held down, as this only checks if you just hit the button. If you hit the left mouse button, it creates an instance of object bullet. Apart from the object to create, it creates 3 other parameters. XY layer. If visual gets too messy, you can convert it to Gmail by right-clicking the event. Oh, can I? Yes, this one. I'm gonna try it afterwards. Thank you. I'm curious, are you connected somehow with the Opera? Jackal Gamer? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, there's converted to Gmail code here and everywhere. No? Okay. Never mind then. So, X horizontal position, Y vertical position, and layer. The room, the layer where the instance will be created. Okay, that makes sense. For the X and Y, we're passing the X and Y variable of the player, so the bullet is created at the same position. We're setting the layer to instances. You can now shoot. The thing is, the bullets don't move at all. Let's try it. 5. Boom, 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 boom. I can draw now. Yeah, I'm a bad artist. I'm a much better programmer. How to move an instance constantly. For the bullets, we'll set its speed once it's created. After that, it will continue to move forever until it's outside of the room. Double click on object bullet in the events window, add the create event. Okay. Object bullet, where is it? Here. Event, add event. Create. Okay. Double click, create event. This event is the first to run in an instance and only runs once. That's why it's called create, because it runs as soon as the instance is created. Okay, I remember that. In this event, add this. Assign variable, speed, 10, direction. Okay, this is gonna tell the bullet to move at a speed of 10. That's 10 pixels every frame. Change this to make your bullet go faster or slower. So that's how fast your bullet moves. But where does it move? That's what direction controls. We're setting it to object player.image underscore angle, which means we're pulling the image underscore angle from the object player, telling the bullet to move where the player is facing. Okay, makes sense. So I'm gonna be assign variable, and it's gonna be a speed. No, wait, I did something incorrectly. I am missing. Oh, okay. Value 10. Name direction. Value object player dot image and goal. Okay, that's good. How to destroy an instance in Game Maker. Our bullets should be moving now, but as I said before, they should be destroyed when they exit the room. In the events window, click Add Event, hover over Other, and select Outside Room. This event runs as soon as the instance has exited the room area. Add this here. Okay, Add Event, Other, Outside Room. And this one I want to have destroy instance. It's gonna be this. I think this explains itself. Here the instance is destroyed, so it is no longer exits the room. Of course, the object itself continues to exist in the asset browser, and new instances can be created from it anytime. Let's try it. Woo! Bullets are flying now. It looks like they're flying a bit of an awkward direction, but whatever. It's good enough. Good enough. Woo! I want to stop. I want to stop. I want to stop. I want to stop. Stop! Oh, I forgot to put down. Let's fix it and add a Shift key down. So this and this. Copy, paste it. S. Add motion. I know it's gonna stop it. Image angle dot reverb. No. Music is still loud. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me fix it. Hello. Okay, this one should be better. Let me fix it like that rather. Okay, now it should be good. Alright? So I wanted, actually I want an inverse of it, and I can just add an image angle and set it to -1. Let's try it. So now I'm moving forward, and now nothing is happening. S A S. Hey, thanks for the follow, Ashish 4563. Appreciate it. Oh, it's a wrong thing. Yeah, I'm good. I was supposed to be using add motion here. Let's move it here. And this is going to be image angle, and this is going to equal to -01. Yes. Okay, let's try it now. Whoa. Yay, it's working! Now I can move backwards. Okay, let's continue. We can now shoot. Doesn't look like the rocks care though. They better run. Yes. How to move in a random direction. All rocks should move in random directions, but at low speed, so they're not so hard to catch. Double click on object rocks, add the create events, and add this there. Okay, let's go. Object rock, here it is. Add event, create. And then here I should assign a variable. It's gonna be speed as well. It's gonna have a value of 1. Then I'm gonna get a random number. Get random number. Gonna be a decimal, minimum 0, maximum 360, and it's gonna target direction. Then I'm gonna do this again. I'd rather copy this thing. Okay, like that. I'm not sure where I need to. Control plus T. Get ran. Or rock. Let's see, player. Oh, great, thank you. Okay. First we're setting the speed to 1. This is very low compared to the bullet's speed of 10, which is expected. Then we're setting a direction to random 360. This can be any random number from 0 to 360, full circle. That sets the direction where the rock moves, but doesn't rotate the sprite. So we also apply a random number to image angle. Oh, that's the difference. Image angle. Okay. The rocks are now moving, but there are 2 problems. If a rock gets outside the room, it will be lost and never come back. The rocks look very still and boring. Okay. Rock wrapping. Add event step. In the same object rock object, add the step event and add this there. Okay, let's do that. Add event step. And I need to add. Can I use Control T to wrap around? No. Wrap cursor around the screen when panning. Okay, no, I don't need it just yet. Is there? No. Okay. Wrap around. And I need a variable. This one. Margin 100. Horizontal, vertical, variable. Image angle. Value 1. And it's going to be a relative. So, we can enable wrapping for the rock with a margin of 100. This means the rock will only wrap around once it's more than 100 pixels outside the room. Okay. If you had used a margin of 0, you'd see the rock jump from one point to another on screen, but now it does that's off screen. Finally, we're adding 1 to the image angle, so the rock continues to rotate constantly. It just looks more realistic. Okay, got it. So this makes the rock disappear and appear afterwards, after half a second or something. And this just rotates it constantly. Okay. Now rocks also wrap around the room and they rotate, giving the game a more spacey-wide feeling. Let's try it. Woo, rocks are flying. Cool. And I can even slow down or speed up backwards. Alright. How to destroy rocks. It's the battle we've been waiting for. Bullet versus rock. When they collide, we want to destroy both the bullets and the rock. By now you're probably aware that an instance can be destroyed with instance destroy, or destroy instance. But that's not all. When a rock is destroyed, it should create a particle effect. If it's a big rock, become a small rock. If it's a small rock, reincarnate as a big rock. Okay, interesting. This way the game never runs out of rocks. When you destroy a small rock, it becomes a big rock and is placed off screen so it can enter the room again. How's it collide in Game Maker? When one instance touches another, it's called a collision. Let's program the collision between a bullet and the rock. We'll do it from the perspective of the rock, as that's the object that will be affected the most. This means we're working an object rock, not the bullet object. Okay, that's fine. Open object rock, click on add events, go on the collision and select object bullet. I wanted to say that I care about the ecology, but there is no ecology in space, so it doesn't make much sense. Okay. Add event. Collision. Object. Object bullet. And then here I add a destroy. Destroy is this one. I double click it. I click it down, I mean. And I click on other. Right? Then I do effect. Add it here. Explosion. This is a nice place to add the explosion from Borderlands 2. The badass craze or badass attitude. That's for the editor. Where? Above object. Size medium. XY relative color. Okay, that's good. Destroy instance. Destroy other on other. Okay. And that's done. Add these actions and apply destroy instance to other. This does 4 things. It destroys the other instance, which is the bullet. GameMaker gives you the other variable in a collision event, so you can modify the instance you collided with. In GML Visual, use the drop-down arrow to assign this action to the other instance. So the bullet is destroyed. It creates an explosion effect at the rock's location. Its size is medium, and its color is white. It sets the direction to a random value. When the rock eventually becomes a small rock, it responds, it'll move in a new direction. Okay? The event isn't finished yet, but you can see our logic working. You can shoot at a rock and change its direction. A particle effect is also created. Okay, let's try it. F5. Boom. Ooh, it doesn't change the direction though, so I did something wrong. Let's see what I did wrong. Yeah, I didn't get a random number. Okay, let's do it. Get random number, type decimal 0360, target direction. Okay, let's try again. Woo! It would look better to create the effect at the bullet. I could have both. Let me figure it out myself though. I guess I can do this. Object bullet. Add events. Collision. Object rock. And I want to do effects above objects. Medium. 0, 0, relative. Let's see. Woo! No, it's too big, it's too big. Let's make it smaller. What if I say below object? What is this? Yeah, I guess it's like moving is either above or below an object, but it's so small, so it doesn't really matter. Now we have 2 explosions. So, how to use comparison conditions? We will now program a big rock to change into a small rock, and a small rock to respawn. To control the number of rocks in the room, we will only respawn a rock if there are less than 12 rocks in the room. This will be done using a comparison condition. We want to use conditions to ask questions. And do this. Big rock? Yes. Become small. No. Less than 12 rocks? Yes. Respawn. No. Destroy. Okay. Just a couple of if functions. Yeah, I'll probably switch to GML code. This is taking much more space and is a lot harder to keep track of. And this is just simple JavaScript if I can read it correctly. Yeah, I think it's just simple JavaScript. Or something like that. I can't remember if JavaScript uses elif or else if. Yeah, whatever. Let's do this. I'm going back to the rock. This should be on the rock, right? The first block checks if the rock is big by checking its sprite. Hold on, I think I missed something. This is a bit confusing because now I don't understand where this should exist. I'll try to use it in the rock events. Yeah. And this is the event. How do I destroy other? Yeah, I guess it just continues. So if variable, if sprite index not is equal spr big spr rock big rock, yep. Now I set sprite here, sprite rock small, frame 0, function call. Function instance. No, not count. Copy. And it's not taking a name or an argument. Okay. True. Targets. Okay. That's good. Now I set an else. Else goes here. And it's gonna be another if variable. It will rise here. I wanna make it larger. Okay, that's better. Else. Wait. If variable instance number objects rock is less than 12. I set sprite rock big, frame 0, assign variable. Okay, this one is different. Assign variable and X, and the value is gonna be minus 800. Else, yeah, I think it's easier to make an else statement here. Else goes down here, base, down, down. Oh no, it goes below the if. Destroy instance right here. Okay, can I add a comment here or comments? Okay, I can comment this stuff. So I can try if more than 12 rocks, destroy this. Can I press C to comment? No. If less than 12 rocks creates a big rock. And this comment if destroyed is correct. Yeah. On a small rock. I think there's an issue with the pixelation of the text somehow. Anyway, let's try it. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Yeah. I need some epic sounds. I'm not sure if they're getting created. I think they're just being destroyed and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nah, actually it's working fine, it's working fine. Okay. Great. You can now destroy rocks, which spawn, resulting in infinite gameplay. One final task to go. How to finish your game loop. Move and shoot all you want. There is no point in playing unless there is a great danger. When your ship runs into a rock, it should explode immediately, and the game should restart after 2 seconds. To restart the game after 2 seconds of the player losing, we'll use alarms. How to use alarms in a game maker? Go to Object Player and create a collision event with Object Rock. In this event, let's program what happens when the player collides with a rock. The effect destroys that alarm object game. Okay, what's it? Player. Add event. Alarm. No, at first I wanted a collision, right? Yeah. A collision. Object. Rock. And here I wanna do effect. Fireworks. Above object. Size medium. Relative. Then I want to destroy an instance. Then I want to set alarm. Countdown 120. And it's gonna go to the game. Object game. Data source. Object game. Here we're doing 3 things: creating a fireworks effect, with a medium size and white color. Destroying the player instance. Set an alarm to 0 and object game to 120. Wait, set an alarm 0 and object game 120. What does that even mean? How do alarms work? You know how to set alarm for 6 AM and you then go to sleep. The alarm goes off at precisely 6 AM in the morning. Game Maker also has alarms. You can tell an alarm event to run after a number of frames. After that number of frames have passed, the event will run. In the code above, we return object game to run and the first alarm 0. After 120 frames, 2 seconds in that event will restart the room. Why didn't we create an alarm in the player object? What do I mean? I created it in the player object. Go to object player, add collision event with object drop. In this event, let's program what happens. Blah blah blah. So this is the reference to object game. And then alarm is created in the game from here. It's a bit confusing, okay. Okay, how to restart the room? I need object game. Click add events and add the alarm 0 event. In that event, add this. Okay. Game. Object game. Oh. What is this playing? Okay. Is it alright? Game get speed, game speed, FPS multiplied by 5 is 5 seconds. It is better because if can a game maker produce like 120 FPS games? If so, then that function makes sense. Otherwise, well, yeah, I guess it also makes sense. It's like the deprecated but still functional room speed multiplied by 5. Okay. Alright, thank you. You can get set game speed and game options. Okay, alright. Thank you. So, how to restart the room? Events, add the alarm 0. Let's go. Alarm 0. Room speed is essentially the game speed. Okay, I got it. Thank you. And here I set restart room. This will simply restore the room so we can play again. This is almost done, but for object game to work it has to be in our room. Right now it's not. Open room 1 from the asset browser, select the instances layer and from asset browser drag object game into the room. Open room 1 from asset browser, okay. Select instances, okay. So I just drag object game here. Is it really not here? No, it shows me it's here. What do you mean? Using guide. Since it doesn't have a sprite, it'll appear with a question mark. You can place it anywhere. Its location doesn't matter, only that it exists. Oh, I need to place it here. Okay, got it. Thank you. Object game. It'll appear as a question mark. You can place it anywhere. Its location doesn't matter, only that it exists. Okay. In the game, you can now hit a rock and lose 2 seconds after that, and you can play again. Let's try. Okay, question mark disappeared, so I'm shooting rocks. Cool. Now I've collided with a rock. I got owned, and the room restarted. Cool. It's working as expected, and it was quite easy and quick. We're almost done. How to add score in Game Maker. You have a great playable game now, but how will you show your friends how good are you without a score counter? We'll create our own variable to store the score. The variable will appear on screen. When a rock is destroyed, we'll add 50 to this variable, increasing the player's score. Open object game and add create event, and add this there. Okay, let's do it. Object game, create. Assign variable. Assign. Name points. Value 50. 0. Before we program how the score changes, let's draw it to the HUD. Add the draw GUI event to the object game. Object. And this there. Add event. No. Yes. Draw GUI. And it should be draw value. Draw value. Points. Okay. X10, Y10. The draw GUI event runs every frame. Here you can draw anything to be on screen, and it will appear above the game acting as HUD. We're drawing the points value at 1010 on the HUD. You'll see it if you run the game. It's stuck at 0 though. Let's make it increase when you destroy a rock. Okay, let's check it first. 0. Whoa! So, open object rock and open its existing collision event with object bullet. Okay, rock. Collision, object bullet. Here we're adding 50 to the points variable in object game. Okay, this is like really confusing. Add this outside of any conditions. So I can add this, assign, where's the assign? Assign variable, here. Object game dot point value 50 relative. We created points variable in object game, but we are trying to modify it in the object rock object. So we have to address the owner of the variable first. That's why we need to write object game dot points. Okay, run the game and you'll see a score go up as you shoot away at rocks. Let's try. It's doing 500s, but it's even better. Pull off small numbers. Man, that's cool. That's a great foundation for a cool game, I think. It's a bit silly. I don't really like the movement, but yeah, it's something cool. Your game is finished. What's next? You've got plenty of choice. Add mods to your Space Rocks game. Create an adventure game in 30 minutes. Share your game for free on gx.games. How to mod Space Rocks. Sound effects, power-ups. Find the download links. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. But first, I need a break. I mean, speaking a lot. Maybe a bit too much. So I'll AFK for like 5 to 10 minutes. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Need to fix the music. Hello, Mr. Flopper. How's it going? Oh, I just realized I moved your big name somewhere. There we go. Yeah, alright. Finally decided to make a game. Otherwise, yeah, and return back to streaming again. Hopefully, this is gonna be the last time I return to it, and it's gonna be a very constant thing I do. What have you been busy with, mate? What have you been busy with? Gonna chat with you for a bit while I download all the required thing for the next part of the video. Menu buttons, download, sound effects download, and power-ups download. Oh, there is a video. I don't like videos. Okay, let's follow a video. Why not? Okay.
Where you can hit. So I have this game with just one room. You open it and it takes you directly into the game without a menu. So in this video, we're going to add that main menu where you can hit play or quit. We're also going to add a help button where you can click to see the controls. First of all, we need a sprite for the button. So here I have a blank button sprite and we are going to draw the text on it in the game. If you want this same sprite, you can download it from the description. Now make sure that you set the origin for this to middle center because we want to.
Okay. I've got to download it, but how do I add it to the project? I downloaded the menu buttons, menu sprites. Can I just add it here? I'm not sure what it did.
To draw the text on it at its center. Now let's set up all the rooms we need. The one I have here is for the main game.
Okay. So this did not do what I wanted it to do. File, build Windows tools. Marketplace. Maybe it's in the marketplace? Let's see. Nope. Okay, this is much harder than I thought. First, let's create a folder and call it space rocks menu. Then I'm gonna add this right here, and now I want to import it here. Can I import it? Somewhere here? Texture groups? Import local package? Let's see. Oh, yes. Import. Yes. Nice, I've got a button now. Okay, let's get back to the video. So I have a sprite button. Okay.
And we are going to draw the text on it in the game. If you want this same sprite, you can download it from the description. Now make sure that you set the origin for this to middle center because we want to draw the text on it at its center.
Okay.
Now let's set up all the rooms we need. The one I have here is for the main game, so I'll rename this to rm_game. And then
okay, let's do it. Room. F2. RM game.
for the menu room, I'll just duplicate this so we get the same size and the same settings. And I'll call this rm_menu.
Okay. Duplicate. RM menu.
Now obviously you want the menu to open when you start the game, but right now the game room is set as the first room to open. If you look here, that's what this icon indicates. So I'll click on this icon, and in this list I'll drag RM menu above RM game, and now you can see that the menu room will open when you start the game.
Okay. I actually want the music back. I'll just put it quiet. So I click on the home button, I drag the menu up, and now there is home here. Okay, good.
Let's open this menu room now. Because we duplicated the game room, this already has the player and the rocks, which we don't need. So I'm going to delete all this. And also make sure you delete this instance, which doesn't have a sprite, because these are quite easy to miss.
Okay. I'm opening the menu. Deleting all of that.
The room is empty now, so let's go and create some buttons, and we'll come back to this later to put those buttons here. Now before we go and make the buttons, it's a good idea to make a custom font that we can
The music is a bit too loud.
use to draw the text on our buttons. So in the asset browser here, I'm going to create a new font asset, and I'll name this fnt_menu. In the edit,
Okay, creating a new font, create, and this should be called FNT menu.
I'll select a font I like. There are many good fonts you can download from the internet.
There is a font which I can't use it here though. I wanted to use a Warcraft font, but I don't think I can use it here. Ink free. HoloLens. I don't know. What is the font everyone hates? Rock font? Okay, I'm using this. Yeah, Comic Sans. Thank you. I'm gonna be using that. What? I don't have it here. Oh, come on. There it is. My beauty. No, I honestly, I think this is worse. So I'm gonna be using that. What is it? Yeah, this looks worse. Oh, nice. Was it broken? I don't remember it being broken. I remember you said you bought it. What are you playing now? Okay, let's continue.
Set the size to 40, which is quite big and fitting for our buttons.
Okay, size 40.
I'll also turn off anti-aliasing because my font looks better that way.
I actually like anti-aliasing. I had no engine. Okay, I didn't know this. Cold War? I actually don't know what game that is. Cold War game. Oh, Call of Duty. Okay. Alright. Okay, yeah. You're the person who plays Call of Duty. I think I know one more person who plays Call of Duty in this set. And who buys like every year a new Call of Duty. When it's the same game. Yeah, it's not funny. But I mean, it's better than Diablo 4, I think. Maybe. Call of Duty. Yo, Jekyll, do you mind tossing me a follow, maybe? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let's continue.
So that's the font done. So let's go and create the main button object. So here I'll create a new object and call this obj button parent. This
Okay, create a new object. Blobs 2. Is it referring to COD or Diablo 4? I haven't played either. Although I'm a big fan of Diablo 2. But yeah. Since Diablo 3, I stopped trusting Blizzard. So create an object. What is the name?
let's go and create the main button object.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
here,
Okay.
I'll create a new object and call this obj button parent.
Object button parent. This is the game. Oh, right. Let me change it to this. So let's try again. This is the game. Woo! You can fly here and you can shoot rocks. I'm thinking of calling it a. You can fly here and you can shoot rocks. I think it's a cool name for the game. Yeah, I'm just a testing game maker. No, I haven't played WoW. I tried private Cataclysm server, and at some point I realized that it's enough of WoW for me. Cause like, yeah, I just don't have time, and I don't really have a desire to spend so much time playing a game of RNG. So yeah. Otherwise, recently I started playing DCS World, like a lot, as well as what else am I playing? A bit of Plague recently tried Contraband Police. I hated it. I'm not gonna try it again. I had like 2 streams of it, and that's it for me. Yeah, they have a new tier and a new rate, but it's the same thing. I spoke to some people, and it's like a new tier, and game doesn't really change a lot. So yeah, I think I've seen you playing DCS World as well. I'm not sure if it was you or someone else though.
This is the parent or base object for all buttons, and this is going to handle how we interact with buttons and how we draw them. Then we are going to create child objects from this and tell each child button what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
Now this object doesn't need a sprite because it doesn't appear in the game itself.
Okay.
What it does need is a variable to store the text that appears on the button. So I'll open the variables window and here create a new variable called button_text. This will be a string, and I'll set the value to be empty, and we'll set it in each child object separately.
Okay, let's do it. Add button text. It's like an Unreal Engine pretty much. And type string.
Now for interacting with this button, we want to check if the user has clicked
What?
on it.
How do you do that? Hold on. I didn't know you can do that. How did he do that once again?
Separately.
So
Now for
clicked
interacting
here.
with this button, we want to check if
Oh, you can do that. Wow.
the user has clicked on it with their left mouse button. So for that, I'm going to add a new event, and this will be the left pressed event under mouse.
Okay. Add event, mouse, left pressed. Let's continue.
I'll leave this empty here and we'll fill it in the child objects. Now the only other thing we need in the parent is to draw the button and the text on it. So for that, let's add the draw event. And inside this event, first of all, let's make sure that the button itself is drawn by using draw self.
Okay, was it? Add event, draw. Did he say draw GUI or just draw? I don't remember.
To draw the button and the text on it. So for that, let's add the draw event.
Just draw, okay.
And inside this event, first of all, let's make sure that the button itself is drawn by using draw self.
Self.
Now we're going to draw the text, but before we do that, we want to set the alignment and the font that we want to use for it. So I'll add this to set the font to FNT menu.
Okay, set font, FNT menu, that's good. It's a room with no view, it won't need GUI to say on the screen. That makes sense, yeah. I thought maybe that a button would need a GUI. You know? Yeah, I don't understand the logic of GameMaker just yet. I'll need some time.
Which we just created. And then I'll add this to set the text alignment to center and middle. So the
Okay. What is the difference between draw GUI and draw non-GUI then? Because like, it's the room with the menu, and like there are some buttons here, so each object can draw anything anywhere as long as it's in the room. Yeah. But like for the sprite of the player, I was drawing a GUI. Or is it like drawing a container for the button, which will be a draw GUI afterwards? Oh. Yeah, but the button can be on top of everything. Regular draw of object is drawn at the depth of the object. Yeah, that's a bit. I lost you there, mate. Okay, let's continue.
The text draws like.
Yeah, but thanks for trying to explain to me, regardless. Yeah, but there is one layer here, right? Why can't I just draw a GUI like on top of everything? Because this is a separate room. So it's gonna work. And this would even make more sense because this is a GUI. This is what player interacts with. While, yeah. Okay, but if I wanted to draw something... Thank you. That's enough for now. I started to go too deep at this point. So let's do it. You guys trying to make it as simple as possible for new people. Okay, sure. Set text. Alignment, center, middle.
This instead of drawing like this, which is the default behavior. And now I'll add this to draw the button text variable.
Draw value. Caption, button text.
I'll draw it at the position of
relative. Okay.
Now the last thing to do in this event is to reset the alignments to their default values. Whenever you change any draw property, whether it's the color, alpha, or alignment, you want to reset it to its default values after you're done drawing. Otherwise, your changed values might interfere with something else that you're drawing later on.
Looks like a very unnecessary step, but like if I have to do it, I'll do it.
I am going to leave the font as it is, but if you do have a default font that you want to use, then you can reset it to that at the end.
Oh, it's even a different alignment. It's a fade left and a fade top. Oh. So I set it to the middle, then I draw something, and then I move it to the default afterwards. Okay.
Of this event. So we are done with the parents, and we can start making the child objects now. I'll make an object for the play button first. So this will be obj button play.
OBJ. Object, create, object, button, play. Okay.
Assign the button sprite to it. Now this should be a child of the button parent. So I'll open the parent.
Hold on. That's too quick. Button. Okay, now.
Parents window and click here.
Parent.
Set the parent to obj button.
Okay, parent. Button. Okay.
Parent. With that said, in the events list I can see the events that I made in the parent, and if I open the variables window, I also see the variables from the parent. So let's edit this button text variable and write play here. So this button says play.
Okay. Pretty simple so far.
And when you click on it, it should take you into the game room. So to program that, we already have a left
Right, now it all makes sense.
pressed event here. We don't want to replace this event, but we want to add on to it. So anything in that parent's event runs before this event runs in the child object.
So effectively I've created a parent so that I didn't have to draw every single time for every single button and redo the code every single time. And if I don't like something, I can just change the parent and it's going to change it for all the children.
So for that, right click on it.
It was more of an explanation to you. I mean, not to you personally, Jackie, but like to potential viewers of this video.
Inherit event. And now in the event, let's quickly add this to
Inherit events. Here I need to go to room. It's gonna be a DOM, and it's gonna be a room game. Okay, did I finish it?
change the room to RM game.
Ah,
And with this,
I start to
the
get a
event is
hand of it.
finished. So let's go ahead and make the help and quit buttons. For the next button, I'll just duplicate the play button object so we get the same sprite and parent. And I'll name this obj button help.
it's killing me how he says OBJ every time. I remember that meme where like one dude comes to another, and they're like, "Yo, what are you gonna choose? BBW or what is he saying? Man, I forgot. It was something like BBW or Baba J. Baba G. What is Baba G? What is Baba G? I can't even remember the sense of it. It sounded so ridiculous. Yeah, like if you know that meme, you know it. I'm pretty sure my editor is gonna add it here. Let's continue.
Its variables and
What
change
is I
the
doing?
name
I forgot.
this obj button help.
Object button help. Duplicating. Object button help.
I'll open its variables and change the text here to help.
Okay. Help. Variables. Help. Nice and simple. Zoom in here. I guess that's cause you... I think I made you a VIP. Because you're my biggest donator. I think the only donator since then. Yeah, but I didn't stream a lot, so it's fine.
I'll leave its event as it is for now, and we'll program this after we've made the quit button.
Okay.
So for that, I'll go and duplicate this object and name this obj button quit.
Man, I've gotta find it. Baba G. Meme. Okay, I found it. Here it is. Baba G. I'm losing it every single time I watch it. Baba G is PUBG. PlayStation 5. Logitech. Right. That's enough of a timeout. Well, if you look down what there, your name is there in the middle. Yeah, wife got ill recently, so like now she's like jellyfish. But like otherwise, it's good. Doing stuff, planning stuff. Still waiting for Ukraine to win. I got myself a new mouse mat. I have to show it to you now. It's a tempered glass mouse mat. And it is so amazing. That feels very good. Like I can't even tell you, my mouse is just like flying. It's like gliding on top of it. No friction, well, some friction, but like it's so much better than any other mouse mat I've tried. Anyway, let's continue with Baba G. Object button quit. Duplicate. Button quit.
In the variables.
And yeah, it is much bigger of a mouse mat to what I was used to. Or I had like normal mouse mat, maybe this big. This is like, I don't know, 4 times the area, and it's pretty huge.
So again, I'll set this to quit.
Quit. Okay. Quit. Control D with an object selected is hotkey for dupe. Yeah, I remember it. Thank you. It is really good. Like, if you thought about it, you can trust me. I'm very picky towards like PC parts, and this is like so good. It's a bit of an expensive part, on an expensive side though. But like, if you're fine with it, this is an amazing mouse pad. Like, really, it is. It just feels like so good.
And now let's tell this button to quit the game when we click on it. So for that, I'll open its left pressed event. I'll remove this from here, and instead I'll add this simple call to end the game.
Okay, what is it? Left pressed. Yes, exit game. Man, I love this trick with closing down and shrinking all of these things.
That's all the 3 buttons finished, so let's go and put them in the menu room. So I'll open that room, make sure the instances layer is selected, and then place our 3 buttons here one by one. So that's play, help, and quit.
That was it. Moving this here. Room menu. Play. Help. And quits is gonna be like that, just the way perfectionist. It's also gonna be a bit bigger distance from these two.
Go ahead and run the game, and you can now quit the game, and you can also play it.
Let's try it. Uh, Looks amazing. Quit. Oh, it works. It works. Play. I mean, to make it more effective, I needed to have like 2 more buttons to have like all these 4 perfectly aligned, and then the last one would be just like here. No, it's just like one single movement here is required to trip off the perfectionist. Okay.
So that's the basic buttons done. Let's go and quickly work on the help button now. Also stick around till the end of the video for the bonus part where I'm going to animate the buttons. Now, before
Bonus?
displaying the controls, I'm going to create a new object. I'll call it obj_controls.
Create object controls.
And in this, I'm going to create a new object. I'll call it obj_controls. And in this object, I'll add the draw event. Now before
Okay.
drawing the controls, I'll add this.
Okay. Add draw. Set text alignment. This is gonna be centered. This is gonna be middle. Then I'm gonna text. Draw value. Caption is gonna say move with arrow keys. I'm not sure how to do it properly. Okay, let's wait for his explanation.
To set the alignment to center middle, and then let's draw this string of text.
Oh, just copy paste. Okay. Move the arrow keys. New line. Choose with mouse. He said it relative.
I'm drawing a string here, but in the middle you may have noticed something new. These two characters, backslash and n, it's a combination that basically means a new line. It's like pressing enter on your keyboard when you're writing an email. And so in the game you will see these as 2 separate lines. Now after we've drawn the text, let's reset the alignment as we should always do. And with this simple object is done.
Okay. Set text alignment. Done.
All we need to do now is to make it so when you click on the help button, this object appears, and if it already exists, then it disappears. So the help button itself sort of behaves like a toggle. Let's go into obj button help and open the left pressed event. I'll remove this call view.
Help. Left pressed.
Already have from duplicating another object, and instead let's do this.
I'm gonna wait for him to finish
First
it,
of all,
and
we're
then I'll
gonna
do it.
check if an instance of obj controls already exists in the room, and if it does, then we want to destroy it. So for that we add this. If you're using GML visual, then make sure you apply this destroy instance action to the obj controls object. Now
Okay. Yes. If if instance exists. If instance, so I need this one. Object controls. Then I add a destroy instance. This one, and here I add object controls. Is it correct?
so
I forgot.
destroy instance action, to the obj controls
Yeah.
object. Now after this, let's add an else. This will run if the previous condition is false, meaning that obj controls doesn't exist in the room, and that in turn means that we need to create it. So in that case, I'll call this to create an instance of
Else create instance.
obj controls. I'll create it in the instances layer and at this position.
Object controls. Room width divided by 2. Room height minus 100. Okay.
So horizontally it's in the center of the room, and vertically it's 100 pixels above the bottom edge of the room. And that should do it. So let's run the game. Click on the help button, the controls appear, you click on it again and they disappear.
Let's try it. Yeah. Something went wrong. Let's see what I did incorrect.
Edge of the room.
Seems to me this is not working as it should. Oh, right. You are right. Thank you. I need to remember where was it. Hold on. Left pressed. There was a text somewhere. So parent, destroy, create. Not this one. Where did I have it? I'm not watching the chat just because I want to find it myself. Let's see. Maybe I can search it with the... No, I can't do it with that. Where did I have it? Here. Oh, I'm pressing Ctrl F5. Ah, it's working. Thank you. Control Shift F. Okay, search. Oh, and it's moving me there, right? Double click. Oh, that's super convenient. Thank you. Nice.
And that should do it. So let's run the game. Click on the help button. The controls appear. You click on it again and they disappear. Finally, it's time for the bonus tip. You can make your buttons feel much better with some basic animation. So if you go into your button parent object and add the mouse enter event, here set its alpha.
What?
And add the mouse
Mouse enter. What is that event? Wait,
enter event.
where did he do it?
Basic animation. So if you go into your button
Parent. Parent. Here. Add event. Mouse. Enter.
parent object and add the mouse enter event, here set its alpha to something below 1.
Set instance alpha 0.6. Let's see. Set instance alpha 0.6.
to make it transparent, and then in the mouse leave event set its alpha back to 1.
Add event, mouse, leave, alpha.
You get this basic effect where the button becomes transparent when you hover over it, and it feels much better.
Oh, enter and like, okay, I understood what enter means. Oh, I pressed F6. I'm not sure what that meant. It's a debugger. Okay. Stop. I stopped it, right? Stop. Yeah, okay. Let's try it without debugging. Woo. Oh.
Adding a basic click effect is also simple. You just open the left pressed event in the button parent, you change its position slightly.
Left pressed, assign variable, name y. Let's go in here, assign variable, name y, value y start +4. Let's try it. Woo! Oh, it's not going back. I'm gonna finish the code myself. Left released. I'm gonna just copy that, paste it here, and -4. It's gone. Wait, this is not the effect. I wanted it to constantly move down every single time you pressed. Oh, it's not doing that. How did I change it? Wait, so sign. Okay, this is a quest. I wanted to constantly move down every single time I press it. Value y. +4. Okay, this should do the trick, right? No. No, it doesn't. Okay. I know how to do it. What can I do with variables? Declare, set global, set instance, get instance, assign variable. Okay, it's too much work.
And then
I know how to do it here in code, but like I don't know how to do it in GML.
in that alarm event, you reset its position to where.
Wait, I did it different way. I did this with left release and I had it on -1 here. Is it also gonna work? Yeah, it also works. Why set in the alarm? You can do it this way as well. I prefer it this way.
It started, and this gives you a nice click effect to go with a fitting sound effect. Now a small problem is that you don't see this effect for the play button, because when you click on it, the room changes immediately, so you don't get to see the button move. A solution for this is, instead of using the left pressed event to change the room, you instead inherit the alarm 0 event and change the room here.
Play. Add event. I'm trying to do it myself, like based on what he said. Now that I have some code working, I don't want to like blindly repeat what he does. Rather, like try to figure it out myself. Go to room. Room game. Room game. And a timer. Arm countdown. Sexy. Let's try it like that. And I don't want it to do on left click pressed. So let's try. Yeah, of course it doesn't do what I wanted it to do.
And then in the game, I'd inherit the alarm 0 event.
Inherit. What? Hold on. What happened here? Did it do something terribly wrong here?
Pressed event to change the room. You instead inherit the alarm 0 event.
Add alarm 0. Go to room. What is it called? Room game.
The left, so you don't get to see the button move. A solution for this is instead of using the
object button play, okay. Call parent event, go to room.
Pressed event to change the room. You instead inherit the alarm.
I think I just broke half of
0 event and change the room here.
Maybe not. Let's try. Room play game. And I don't do it. Or hold on. Let's see. It starts instantly.
And then in the game, you click on.
And if I remove it here, and I press, no, it doesn't do anything. How did he do it? I don't get it.
Alarm 0 of using the left pressed event to see the button move. A solution for this is instead of using the left pressed event to change the room, you instead inherit the alarm 0 event and change the
Parent event. Why do I not have this? Call parent. Can I do it like this? Is it gonna work? No, of course not. Why would it?
in the button parent, you change its position slightly and then set an alarm. And then in that alarm event, you reset its position to where it started, and this gives you a nice click effect to go with a fitting sound effect. Now a small problem is that you don't see this effect.
You know what? It's not a problem. It's a feature. It's a feature. Room game. Is the game working? It is working. That's all I wanted.
For the play button, and then in the game you click on it, you see the button move, and then the room changes. And that's your basic menu done. If you enjoyed this video, you might also like this other tutorial, so check that out and I'll see you there.
Okay. Hold on. I didn't. I wasn't supposed to leave the page. sounds.
To play sounds in Game Maker, you actually don't need to do a lot. You just add your sound file to your project and then
Okay. Let's do it real quick. Sprite. No, I need to download sound. It's not letting me do that. Copy link address. I'm trying to download Space Rock Music zip. Oh, now it started downloading. Okay. It wasn't allowing me to do that before. So, sounds. Okay, what was I supposed to do?
ask Game Maker. To play sounds in Game Maker, you actually don't need to do a lot. You just add your sound file to your project and then ask Game Maker nicely to play that sound when something happens. So the bullet hits
Lose music, rock destroy, shoot, sprites. That's empty. Sounds. That okay. Let's add it to the sounds. Yeah, I why am I not able to just move it here? Okay. Let's cut it from here, add it to the menu, and try to move it now. Will it allow me? Yes, I can do that. Okay, great.
a rock, bam, sound. The player hits a rock, bam, sound. I hit a rock, I wouldn't do that, that's not nice. So I made this game in another tutorial, and in this video we're going to add music and sound effects to it. I have this folder with all of my sounds, so I'll select these files and drag them into Game Maker inside the sounds group. They've now become sound assets in the project, so I'll go ahead and rename all of them so they are all consistent, starting with snd underscore.
Okay. SND. 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 SND.
And now let's figure out how to get the music playing. In my project I have an object called objGame which I've put in the game room. This handles all the things in the background, so it's a good place to play the game's music as well. Let's go and first add the room start event in this object. This event
Object game. Add event. Room start. Other. Outside. Where was it?
run as well. Let's go and first add the room start event in this object.
Other room start. Oh, yeah, blind me. Room start.
This event runs when the room starts, so it's a good place to play the music. So in this event, let's go and add this. So it's going to
Play audio. Okay. Play audio.
play the SND music sound asset. I'll set this to true to enable
Okay. SMD music. Loop.
looping, which means when the music ends, it's going to repeat. And so you basically hear it forever until the end of the universe, until you manually stop it. To stop it, let's add the room end event, which runs when the room ends. And here, let's add this. This
Add an event. Other room end. Stop. All audio. I can just do that, right?
going to stop the SMD music sound asset. So logically, our music track starts playing when the room starts and it stops when the room ends. So this means if you have more rooms before this one or after this one, this track won't spill into the other rooms and it will stay in this one room. If you run the game, you will hear it play and you can bop to it for 6 hours before you realize it's too late and you need to sleep. So now it's time for the sound effect.
That's right. Get those rocks. Ah. Okay, that's enough. Thank you.
First of all, let's play a sound effect when the player shoots. So for that, let's go into obj player. Here I have a step event which has this condition. This checks if the left mouse button is pressed, and if it is pressed, it creates a bullet. So this is where we
Control Shift F. Oh right, well, I don't need to do it. I just need to go to the player, and here there.
want to play the shooting sound effect. For that, I'll add this under the same condition. This will play S&D shoot.
Okay, let's do it. Play audio. Play audio. Here. S&D shoot.
And because this is a sound effect, you don't want it to loop. If you run the game, you can now hear the shooting sound effect. So it's great, but it's boring. You're hearing the exact same sound every single time, and it becomes a little tiring. So we
That's
want
true.
to make it more interesting by changing its pitch every time it plays. So back where I played the sound, this is the pitch parameter that we want to adjust.
Ooh.
To get that in GML code, you first want to enter the gain and offset parameters, which are optional. So just enter their default values if you don't want to change them. And now you can change the pitch. I'll set the pitch to a random number in a range using this function. The range will be 0.
Hold on. Random range, and what did he set it to? 0.8 and 1.2. Okay, let's try. I think I know how to easily beat this game.
0.8 to 1.2. So every time the shoot sound effect plays, its pitch will be random between these numbers. And 1 is the default pitch, so it can be higher or lower than that. Run the game and you will hear it now. It'll sound a bit different each time it plays. Now we have 2 sound effects remaining. For the player losing, that's in this collision event with the rock. In this event, I'll play the losing sound effect, again with looping disabled. And now for the
Okay, rock. Wait, isn't it this one? Outside room, object rock. Object player. Oh, there. Here I wanna play a audio. Sound lose.
rock being destroyed, let's open obj rock.
And the same with the rock. Where did I put it
And open
exactly?
this collision event with obj bullet. When this collision event happens, the rock is destroyed, and we want to play a sound here. So in the event, I'll add this to play the rock destroy sound.
I guess it's always right. Yeah, that makes sense. So object bullet, this is the thing, and object game points, and in here I wanna add an audio, and just here, sound rock destroy. My music has stopped. Let me fix that real quick.
And here also you can use a random pitch to make it
Mhm.
sound more interesting.
And why is it not doing what I want it to do? Range, wait. Random range 0.6 and 1.4 hues, right? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use here. Range DOM range 0.6 1.4. Let's try. Nice.
So run the game, and now we have a complete audio experience with music and sound effects. If you found this useful,
All right, I didn't try how it sounds when I lose. Okay, that's how it sounds. Yeah, whatever. Now let's see how to make power-ups.
in this video we're going to add power-ups to our arcade.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it next time. I'm pretty dead. I don't usually stream for more than 2 hours, and especially like game development. So that's it, folks. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, donate if you want to, and see you next time. Have fun.